Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing good. Let me fix this camera here. I tell you, past 4 days, 5 days, it's just been raining and raining and raining, and now it's humidity, humidity, humidity. Oh, I'm trying to get you over here so out of the shadows here. Let's see if that'll work better. I'm still learning how to use this camera. There we go. Since it's been raining, I've been dodging raindrops and then working on the preps and stuff, getting ready to mow this safari land yard. But it got me thinking, as I was working with my preps, this got me thinking. When is enough enough? When do we have enough preps? I mean, every time something happens in another country or the economy tanks, the stock market drops, whatever, we as preppers, and I've done it, and I know you guys have done it, we'd go out, we'd rush out and we'd buy more supplies. When is enough supplies and enough food enough? I mean, it's like we're commercialized in the prepping community, and it's not what it's supposed to be. Prepping is supposed to be, yeah, being prepared, but also using your knowledge and your skills in order to make it through bad times. I mean, like in there, I've got probably enough food to last me and these boys close to a year. If something was to happen and we had to bug out, because there's no guarantee you're going to be able to stay at your home or your bug out location, because anything could happen, from weather related to fire to nuclear fallout to invasion. There's something that could make you have to leave, and if you leave, you can just carry so much. And I wouldn't be able to carry, if I had to bug out on foot, I wouldn't, a millimeter of the stuff I needed. But this is why I got skills. I can build us a shelter. I can build a fireplace inside the shelter. My shelter have 4 walls and a roof in order to have a fire inside to stay warm and to cook on. I can hunt. I can trap. I can, fish. I can garden. I know how to use a bow instead of a rifle to keep noise down. I can, I'll put my skills to use as a prepper. But today we're commercialized. We're like, you need this, and you need this, and you need that, and you need this in order to live. You got to have these products. Yeah, that would help us. But in a shit hit the fan situation, we might lose 90% or 95% of our prepping items due to having to leave, or anything. And what will we have? Just a little bit of supplies and our knowledge and our skills. That's what's important. When is enough enough? How much is too much? Because I was going out buying up this and buying up that, and I cut down on it because, number one, I'm saving, trying to save up for land, and I got bills, and I've got 3 boys that's fixing to start school here in August, and I got to buy school supplies. I'd much rather spend my money on them than on prepping items I just sit back and look at. I know people's going to say, "Oh, you're going to need it, Mike. You're going to wish you had it. You wish you would have bought it." And if I can't make it with what I've got in there, then then I won't be able to make it because I've got enough. Granted, I've got to get some more um, antibiotics for like malaria, like Lyme disease, and that disease you get if you drink bad water. It starts with a G, Giardia, I think. I can't remember. Um, you drink bad water and you get that, but that's like $50 a bottle, and I'd say back for that. But you know, I that's a little bit more medical, like a surgical staple gun. That would come in handy. Simple stuff like that to help. You could throw in a backpack or throw in a bucket and put in your garden wagon or put on a two-wheel cart and take with you. Even if I put my stuff in my truck, I won't be able to take it all. I wouldn't even be able to take half of it, I say. And you would get depressed because you have to leave your preps. And that's a lot of people. They depend on their preps more than they depend on their self, their skill sets, their knowledge, their common sense. Because we're being commercialized. Yeah, having gear, yes. I'm not saying not to have gear. But I'm just saying go to your wherever you are, your closet, your storage room, your shed, wherever you keep your basement, attic, whatever, wherever you keep your preps, and look. Sit down and say, if I had to leave, I don't want to leave, but if something extreme happened and it was life and death, if I didn't leave, I would die. My family would die. And what is important to grab, to carry? So you can't use your vehicle. So you're just going to have to rely on what you can have on your back and what you can pull behind. Do you think you could survive long term with that? It's then you start looking at all the stuff you would have to leave behind. And yeah, it makes you kind of sick on your stomach thinking, man, I spent all this money and there's a chance I might have to leave it behind and not get the benefit of it. So this is where I'm at right now. I've just come to the realization, yes, it's good to have food. Yes, it's good to have gear and supplies. But it's also good to have the skills and the knowledge I do in case something does happen and I'm just have limited food or limited supplies. I know what I could do. I know I'll be able to provide for my boys out in the woods or in the swamps or in the mountains or wherever we wind up at because of my knowledge. I know I'm going to be able to build them a structure that will keep them warm and dry and safe. I don't have to worry about if the wind blows, it's going to fall down. Or wind blows, it takes a tarp. It's going to be a solid 4-wall with a roof structure on there. Because I can build something like that. I've got the knowledge, I've got the skills, But, we as a preppers, we are getting caught up in the buying this and the buying that. It's more easier to buy something to help us along than to learn a skill. I'd much rather have my skills and my knowledge during the SHTF situation than have to worry about protecting and carrying a bunch of supplies. Now, people's going to take this the wrong way, and they're going to think I'm crazy, but having your supplies will be a convenience during an SHTF situation. It's also going to make you a target during an SHTF situation, because if you're eating and your neighbor's starving, it could cause controversy. But like I said, it just got me thinking, when is enough enough? When is too much too much? You know, I've got sub friends on here that they're not going to bug out. They're going to fight it to the end. I can't be like that. I've got boys I got to protect. And I would leave this place and leave all my food and whatever I had, and just to carry what we can carry and get them to safety. You know, my preps and my food is not worth me and my boys dying. You know, because eventually, in a SHTF situation, you will have to leave your area for one reason or another. You know, it depends on how long it is, you know, because Mother Nature could come in, nuclear could come in, other people could come in. I mean, I'm not going to risk getting into a firefight and get one of my boys shot or killed, or getting me killed and shot up over supplies. You know, because I have my knowledge that I know I can go out into the woods or the swamps. I know I'll be able to feed them. I know. There's no doubt in my mind. I know I could do it. Either by hunting with a rifle or a bow, by trapping, by snaring, by fishing. I know I could do it. I know I could build them a good shelter to keep them dry and warm and safe with what I could carry or drag or pull. You know, because that's what it's going to be boiled down to in reality. You know, we can have a house full of preps. You can't carry that house full of preps if you have to bug out. And 95% of us may have to bug out during a major SHTF situation. It'd be nice to stay where we're at, because we'll feel secure, we'll feel safe, we'll feel, you know, that's our home. But it's called life, and life always throws a monkey wrench in your plans. So what I'm doing, I'm going through filling my bags, you know, my bug out bag and my two-wheel carts and stuff like that, and getting ready if something does happen and we have to bug out on foot. You know, there'll be enough food to last us a while. I'll have the supplies I need to build a shelter, to build, you know, a good shelter. I mean, a strong shelter. I'm not going to sit there and get vines and lash around or rope or anything like that. It's going to be nailed together. You know, I'm going to have the supplies to be able to keep my boys safe and secure if we have to bug out. And I'm going to quit being commercialized. I'm going to quit buying a lot of stuff. I can take that money and I can spend on their school clothes. Their school supplies. I can save back for land. But I've got enough food in there to last us a year at 2 to 3 meals a day. I mean, why keep buying more? You know, I mean, you know, a lot of people's going to disagree with this, and that's cool. This is just the way I see it, you know, and how I feel. I've just come to the point of enough's enough. You know, I'm going to focus on medical and stuff like that because I need some more medical. And, you know, some other things, but going crazy like I have been. You know, when we go to the grocery store, turn around and buy an extra $50 worth of food just to set back and not use. I don't know. To me, like I said, it's just like we're commercialized. We're depending on a product to keep us alive. We're not dependent on ourselves to keep us alive. You know, if we don't have us prepping our food and our other preps, we're going to die. I'm not like that. I got to depend on me. And I know what I can do. I know my skills. I know I can keep my boys safe and fed and clothed and warm just by my skills. So I'm going to home in on my skills and learn more skills like edible plants and medical plants and stuff like that, more than going out buying $50 or $60 or $100 extra food and water and stuff like that. You know, I just don't see it anymore. I guess I got over the fix of the prepping fix, you know. I'm strung out on the prepping fix, I guess. I don't know what it's called. I open my eyes and it's, what I have is just going to have to do. And I'm going to rely more on my skills than a product, you know, like food or water. Because I can provide food by, like I said, other means, gardening, hunting, fishing, trapping, you know. Water, there's plenty of lakes around here, and if where we bug out to, we got a mountain stream slap full of water. You know, it never dries up. But I don't know. I mean, you guys tell me, when's enough enough? Do you think there's a limit to what we need as preppers? Or are we all still caught up on being commercialized? Because that's what I feel like most of us are. We're commercialized. We got to have the latest and the greatest and the most. And what happens if we have to leave? Because it might come a point if we don't leave, we don't bug out, we die. And there's nothing in that home right there worth my life or worth my boys' life. No. I'll throw what I can on our backs and in the carts or in the vehicle or whatever and go and leave the rest. But look at all the money and all the time we would be leaving, and it gets you depressed when you think about that. So I'm done. I mean, I'm done being commercialized. I have what I have. You know, like I said, I'm going to get some medical and a few other things. Like I just got those cheap tarps. You know, I would like to get a couple of those, you know, small, well, they're 10 by 10 tarps that packs away real light. You know, I like to have a couple of those because that's a convenience. You know, it's easier than these damn poly tarps that you unravel and they sound like you're crinkling paper, you know, those plastic tarps, whatever. And they're not that great waterproof. But, you know, there's just certain things that I could fit in my bag that would make life easier. But far as going out buying more and 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 more, I'm not going to do it. You know, I'm going to get what we need if we have to bug out, you know, because that's what I want to bug in. Don't get me wrong. I want to stay where I'm at, but it's not going to happen. Eventually we will have to bug out. All of us, or die. So that's what I'm focusing on. Items that will help me keep my boys safe and alive. You know, if there's an item out there that I could pack in my bag or pack in a bucket and I could take with me that will help me survive and help my boys survive, that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm not going to go out and buy extra $50 worth of food a week and stuff like that anymore. It's just, I've got enough. Too much is too much. And some people's going to disagree with me, saying, oh, you can never have enough food, Mike. You can if it comes down to you have to leave and you can just carry what you can on your back or in a cart or something like that. That's the point I'm trying to get across. Like I said, I just realized that when I was going through all the preps and stuff like that. It's when is enough enough? When is too much too much? If I have to rely on commercial products to survive an SHTF situation, I'm screwed. We're all screwed. I'd much rather rely on my skills and who I am and the way I am in order to survive. Yes, you're going to have items to help you survive. I'm not saying that. Yes, you're going to have items. But having 2 or 3 rooms slap full of food and you have to leave that food, how is that going to help you? And you're just dependent on that food to get you along, and you don't have no hunting skills or no trapping skills or no fishing skills or no shelter building skills or no fire building skills. You got to have your skills more than prepping items sometimes, because your skills is what's going to keep you alive. When you run out of food, you know how to go get you food. If you run out of water, you know how to purify your water. If you have to leave, you don't want to be stuck out in the middle of the woods or the desert or the swamp. You know how to build a shelter or use a cave as a shelter. That's the skills I'm talking about. How to make a garden to blend in so it's not noticeable. Stuff like that. That's what I'm going to focus with. I'm sorry this video is long. I can say a lot more. But you guys tell me what you think. This is me. This is my opinion. I'm not telling you guys to follow my advice or follow what I'm doing. No. You're your own person. You do what you want to do. I'm just making a video stating how I feel and where I'm at this point of prepping. So I'm not telling anybody to do what way I feel. You make your own mind up, and if you feel opposite of me, that is cool. Everybody has to prep their own way. So don't take it like I'm telling you guys to drop your food and stuff. No, I'm not. I'm just saying this is the point I've got to. Everybody has their own ways of prepping, their own choices to make, their own ways they want to do it. So I'm not saying that. This is just me making a video telling you, expressing my opinion and how I feel. So, because I'll probably get people bashing me. But anyway, leave me your thoughts, leave me your comments, and go to your area where you've got your stuff at and sit down and start gathering a backpack. Then start gathering a couple of buckets. Pack you up some way you can carry if you had to bug out. What is important to take with you, and look at everything, all the time you got invested, all the money you got invested, that you're going to have to leave behind. And if you stay, you die. Because it's going to come to that point. We're going to have to bug out sooner or later. And we're going to leave a lot of stuff. And that's going to affect us as we bug out, knowing, your heart's going to sink because all that money and time and effort you put into it, you have to leave it behind. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like you said, again, when's enough enough? When is too much too much? We're commercialized preppers. We believe, most of us believe We got to buy the commercialized products, the food, the water, the gear, the gadgets, in order to live in a SHTF situation. No, I got my skill sets. Yes, I need gear. Yes, I need food to help me get along until I can get established where I can grow my garden, hunt and fish and trap and whatever and barter. But I don't know. You tell me. I mean, I guess I've just hit the prepper wall, I guess. But I hope you guys lasted to the end. I am so sorry this is so long. I'm gonna get off of here, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye for now.